guys, welcome back to my channel again and thank you for joining me. So as promised, it's a bit late but still, this is the part 2 / recap of the London Barrio Fiesta 2023. So, first of all, children interrupting as usual. So I'm gonna do what a traditional British might do from my perspective, and I'm gonna start with the negative, moving on to the positive. So I have been given permission to say things on this vlog because I didn't want to defamate anybody, not that I am, and I didn't want to upset anybody either. So, but this is based on my experience, my point of view, and also based on the group of dancers that I was with. So, as I did say in the vlog, in the early part, shush. You know, it was my fault. I forgot to the bag checking part. I forgot about that. I actually looked back at a few vlogs that I'd done or information I'd been given, and it actually was said to check the bags. This was mainly just to ensure that the businesses that were there that sell food and drink were being supported by the fiesta, basically by the event. I can understand that completely and totally because they're there to make money. You know, they pay to be there. It's like any other business, any other stall, it's like an ice cream truck being packed at a park. That, you know, they pay certain money to be there and they expect to make a certain money off there. So yeah, the only thing that I found hectic with it is that for a person like me, I've got 3 children and my own bags, the stuff we had for performing, so it was a lot of bags that we had, and it was chaotic. It was like trying to get through the queue, which I will say was very smooth. When I say smooth, it was very fast. But yeah, like I said, it was just too much. Because, like I said, we had so much luggage. Even if we had a suitcase, it would have been chaotic to open. And, you know, we were supposed to be given wristbands as performers to distinguish us. Again, this will link on later if I can remember, but we weren't given them due to miscommunication. So that was why I suppose we didn't get any food. Like I said, I have spoken to the CEO, the main person of the event, the owner of the event, Errol, about this, so he is aware of what I'm saying. But yeah, we were told as well, I've put in the video, that if we were to sell the costumes, we will be sent away or whatever. It confused me a bit because I thought there was other people performing there with their own costumes, so I was just wondering if they had the same treatment, because I didn't personally see that. But it was just a bit annoying, because the fact that we were rolling in with a box full of costumes, wouldn't it be a bit embarrassing if we were business people and we didn't actually let them know? Do you know what I mean? So it was just baffling. And obviously we'd set off early that morning and it was just, the weather was already boiling, but nice good weather for the event, so we were just knackered and we just wanted to get through and settle down, and yeah, it just was a bit like ugh. So yeah, there was a bit of mishap with the programme, I think, because I don't know, for whatever reason, the criteria, which I will try to find, if I did manage to find it, I will invert it somewhere here. But the criteria had been scrapped, not by Errol, but by somebody else who I shan't name, out of respect for them and out of respect for Errol. But yeah, it had been scrapped basically because in the criteria it's supposed to be a maximum of 30 dancers if possible, or more. But yeah, and for some reason, because the other groups were very minimal, they'd scrapped it, which we didn't find out until the day. But yeah, again, I don't believe that was Errol's fault. I think that was somebody else. Again, I won't name them. Again, we were supposed to be given food there and drink. There was supposed to be a tent there, but as I've discussed with Errol, there was a tent there, but it wasn't big enough for everybody, obviously. I think it would have been a situation where we should have come in with the wristbands that we're supposed to be getting, like kind of taking turns sort of thing. I believe the only time we were near the tent in question was when we were about to perform. No, when we were when we were checking on the list basically, who's performing. And we were supposed to be performing around 3 o'clock. That was what we were initially told. I can't confirm who told us that because I don't know, it wasn't me who spoke to them. We ended up performing about 4 o'clock. We talk about Filipino time. But yeah, it was fun, but you know, by the time it was 4 o'clock, we were all tired. You know, we were sort of just managing on one meal that we'd managed to purchase. We were a bit upset with the whole idea of having to purchase it, even though again there was miscommunication, so I'm not blaming Errol at all. I want to make that clear. And we were just tired, and I'm actually surprised we had the energy to dance, to be honest. I remember when I was dancing with the group, I honestly felt like I was going to collapse. Maybe it was the heat, I don't know, but I don't even know how I managed to get through it. I really felt like my legs were jelly, but yeah. Also, again, I'm just trying to get negativity out because there is quite a lot positive, but we have to balance it. There was a mishap in miscommunication. Again, I don't know who was actually involved. I had an idea on my own, but I'm not going to name names like I said, because during the competition of the cultural dancing, and I'm not sure if the singing competition as well, I'm not sure, it wasn't made clear who was supposed to be judging. Hi. So, here's a next story. So yeah, I don't know, sorry, interrupting again. So yeah, there was a mishap with the judging, which has now meant, that the winners of the cultural competition, singing competition, whatever, I'm gonna kill someone. They will not be announced now until the 17th of June, this Saturday, I believe. So wish me luck, because our group is one of the obviously competition competitors. Not to mention that there's all the singing people and whatever talent else. What else is there? Yeah, I had my own mishap. I've told my family now, so I feel confident. Not confident, but I feel okay to share it. Just before we were about to perform, ironically, we were practicing our dance, and then I realised that this little one was missing. Yes, my 3-year-old was missing in a crowd full of, I don't know, 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, even 5,000 people. It was packed, and I just remember thinking, oh my god, where's my child? At first I was calming, because I thought maybe he's just sticking around somewhere, you know, hiding, because I know what he's like. He goes off somewhere. So yeah, I thought he's just chilling out somewhere. And then after I looked around the area and asked the gang that I was with, where is he? Because somebody was meant to be watching him, but I'm not going to go there. It suddenly kicked into me that he was missing, and even the people who were in the tents around us, because obviously we had tents to keep us in the shade, were saying they hadn't seen him. And I was like, it's been a good 5 minutes and I can't find my son. So you better believe I was running to security, which was like, if you think of a football field, I was at the other end of this pitch from the security. And I'm not even gonna lie to you, I was in tears because I was looking for my son. I couldn't find my son. I was just looking everywhere. It was like you're in a movie. You're just looking everywhere and you just don't see it. You just don't know what to do. My stomach was curling up, and my eldest son was next to me asking where he is. I said, I don't know. And but that goes on to a positive thing in a minute. So yeah, thank God I've got him back. But you know, I don't know London, I don't know the park, so I don't know the exits and everything else about it. I don't know if it's safe or not. And how many people were at that event? So yeah, going back to the event itself, you might have, if you have seen my vlogs or are connected with anybody with connections to the Barrio Fiesta in London, you probably will have seen a lot of gossiping and, I don't want to use the word hate, but blaming, I'll say. Now, I only know what I've been told from people connected to the organisers of the fiesta. I've only heard a few things from both sides of people that I'd explain it, both sides of people that are involved with the issues, basically. And again, I've spoken to Errol, who was very kind enough to give me his time, so thank you, Errol. I have spoken to the other party, which I'm not going to mention names, but you will be aware of what I'm talking about if you are closely connected. There's a lot of blaming going around, and what I admire about Errol is that he's not reverbing back. When I say reverbing back, I'm saying he's not attacking back. So it's like me saying, it's your fault, and then someone saying, no, it's your fault, you didn't do this. You know, it's retaliation. And he's been very professional about it. He is trying to move on gracefully. Yes, he has made errors, and he knows that. But like we say with any event or whatever, there is going to be mistakes or things that need to be improved. Going off on a bit of a tangent, even when for example, even Pink, if you watch the documentary, this is what I know so far, even her events, they had to swap things around because it wasn't working. Her stage performances, the organisation of the stage, the spotting where it goes, the placement, she even says after how many shows she had to change that up because it wasn't working. Timing of certain things weren't working. And she's a celebrity, she's a pop star, a singer, whatever, and she's professional. So if someone like her needs to reorganise things, imagine what it's like for an event. Everything you have to learn from, even us, like in the community that I'm with, the Filipino leads community, we all have to reflect on things that are in the event. We have to take into consideration what worked well, what didn't, and move forward. And that's how you improve things for the future. So there was a few complaints, I'm not going to lie, again about being fed, some of the artists. There was confusion over transport for the artists, hotel bookings for performers that should have been made and for some reason weren't, I'm not sure. But basically one party is blaming everything on Errol, which I'm personally not taking sides, but if you are working with somebody, which I've experienced with, you communicate. And you are, the day before, the week before the event, you should be list, yes, this is done, that's good, that's going well, this is done right, have we done this, check everything's going well, have I done everything, have I missed anything, is this still scheduled, do you know what I mean? You check everything just to make sure. Yes, again, like I said, you still make mistakes, but you just check what you can. So this is a whole team of volunteers that have worked with him, and for the whole blame to be put on Errol, I don't think it's fair, because everyone has a role when it comes to events. I have experience of that, so I know I'm not in charge of everything, but I have experience that you have roles. So like I said, it's not fair that Errol's been blamed for everything, and he's said himself there was miscommunication, mistakes happened, and he's learning from it, which is rightly so. Like I say, I don't know what happened backstage, whichever. So these rumours about arguments happening, raised voices. I don't know, and I will not say that I assumed this and that because I wasn't present. So again, I don't take sides. It's something that I've heard about. But again, in the end, if you're professional about things, you can talk about things. I don't know how else to explain it, but deep down, I wish somebody had taken a video of the whole situation. If you did, please comment down below or PM me and I'll try and get you to send me it. Because if that is the case, that's a backup for you basically, that something negative happened. Again, no disrespect to Errol or any other person, but if you're going to say that this happened, that happened, it's not fair to one person to take the blame if it was actually a group of people or one person's responsibility. There's rumours that one of the singers' performances was stopped and they're blaming it on the fact that the genre of music was hip-hop, when I myself have seen a video of this, of the singing being stopped. I personally did not see any shouting. Whoever it was that was there, again, they say that Errol stopped it. I personally, from the video that I've seen, and I'll try and post this, I cannot tell it's Errol. And I know who Errol is, I've met him many times. I personally cannot say, but again, I wasn't there. But he has stood by his defence, saying that it was the rain, and it does say on a news broadcast, which I'll put in as well, that the weather for Saturday was great. They didn't say anything about the Sunday.
London Barrio Fiesta to be held at Lambton Park, Hounslow on June 10th and 11th to celebrate Filipino culture. Despite the heat, everyone was busy setting up and making the event look like a real fiesta. The London Barrio Fiesta Limited Company event organizers and volunteers as well as business owners help one another in putting up stalls. The founder of the London Barrio Fiesta Limited Company, Mr. Errol ISip, was very hands-on during the whole day of preparation, checking that each corner is done well.
And with regards to the weather, again in the same video, you can actually see that the camera pans down, and where the electrics are plugged in, it is wet on the floor. I have been on stage many times and have seen the stage many times. You can tell the difference when it's wet and when it's dry. So yes, it was bad weather, and you can see that people are hiding under umbrellas. So if that is the case, and if the council told Errol to stop everything, it is out of his hands. And it is health and safety. You cannot continue an event when it's weather like that. And like I said, it was only mentionings even up to the very mention of Barrio Fiesta. It was only mentioned on a Saturday that it was going to be good weather that I'm aware of. So if that happened on a Sunday, then it happened. You can't control the weather, and I don't know how to explain it in a good way. I'm not trying to defend anyone, like I said, but you can't. It's not something in your head that you would think of for the electrics to be okay in certain weather. Because half the time electrics and DJ stuff, it's always inside an event. It's not outside. So I'm not saying that he gets a pass at it, but it wasn't determined about the electrics. So yes, that might have been an error for future mistakes to be made, future mistakes to be sorted. So yeah, in the future he might think of the electrics affecting all kinds of weather. But like I said, I'm trying to just let you know what I'm aware of, and the ironic thing for me, and again, I mean no disrespect to anybody on this, okay? But the ironic thing to me, and I've told my husband, is one party is happy to be talking on Facebook about all of this, Now, they have the right to say anything they want, that's fine. I personally, I'm not that close to this person. I just know them through the event. They've been very kind to me. You know, they've been fine with me. I've got no quarrel with them at all. But it just baffles me that they can be so open-mouthed on Facebook, but when I personally message them to ask what's happening, you know, just between us two, suddenly they do not want to talk about it. What's the difference? I'm sorry, but what is the difference? You put it all on social media, but you don't want to tell one person. But you told like how many people are on your Facebook or connected to your Facebook. I'm sorry, I would say the exact same thing to their faces, I really would, and I was honest with Errol earlier when I spoke to him and questions that I asked him, and he was happy enough to tell me things. So I don't get it, and they just said they weren't happy with stuff and they don't want to talk, and I was like, but you're happily talking on your social media. I don't know if you understand where I'm coming from with this, but it just doesn't add up for me. Anyway, so again, I have no quarrel with them. I'm not trying to disrespect them in any way. I just don't understand it. I'm sure they mean well, but yeah. Again, if you're going to work in this kind of event business, it should be you all talk to each other, communicate, check things. If you're not happy, you should approach them. You don't just disappear. I'm sorry, but that's just not professional. It's not. Again, I mean, no disrespect to these people. There has been mention of volunteers not being happy, you know, singers not being happy, but again, I did not see that whilst I was there. I was not present when these issues were raised, and as far as I'm aware, through talking with Errol, everything's fine with these people. And I don't know why Errol would say that if it wasn't, because it would make him look stupid. And I don't see him to be a stupid man. I see him to be a wise person. He, you know, with or without the people that was working with him, he got everything rolling. And it even says on this news clip, which I will invert or include, he was hands-on from the moment they were setting up the tent. He's been hands-on from the moment that he mentioned about Fiesta back in January, February, when I interviewed him. You know, he was all fit and ready, he had everything planned, he knew what he was aiming for, so it just doesn't seem right. So, and he had the support of his son and his wife. I don't know, something's just not right to me. So I think that's the negativity. The positiveness, and I really want to end on positiveness because we need it. Positiveness was, if the security, first of all, that I reported my son to, if you do get to watch this, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart, from my toes to the top of my head, to the moon and back. Thank you so much, because you were swift. They were on the go from the moment I told them that the child was missing. They took description, his name, and they were on the walkie-talkies like lightning, and they spread out like lightning. They immediately told the walkie-talkie people, or whoever's on the walkie-talkies, anyone who's got a child going to the exits, stop them, so in case he was taken by anybody. They found my son within 3 minutes of me telling them. And not just that, but even though I got my son back, hey? Anyway, in a minute. Yeah, even though I got my son back, they all came to me. Oh well, they took rotation, but they came to me and asked me if I was okay afterwards, and I was just so grateful to them. So, like I said, if you do watch this, I'm so grateful to you guys. I actually said thank you on my way out, but I think he was still busy with everyone, so big shout out to them. Once again, a shout out to all the businesses that I spoke to, and thank you for giving me your time. Big shout out to my lovely niece, Sienna, for keeping me company and keeping me going. the performances were bloody good. You could tell everyone was enjoying it. They had the fun fair, and I don't know if I managed to do it because I was a bit busy towards the end, but you could tell people, you know, people that just came out from the London community or London area, even visiting. It wasn't just Filipinos, you know, it was English people, European people just coming in to enjoy it. So they got to experience the Filipino culture fun fair as well. So, you know, that was great because you're reaching out to communities, which is brilliant. I know that we're not announcing the winners until Saturday the 17th this week due to legal reasons. But a big good shout out to Errol because you did an amazing job with the event, I think, personally. And I've seen the good clean-up job he's done after the event, so well done to you. You deserve a good rest, and just, you know, there was so much fun going around. But honestly, for the performers that might have had issues, fair enough, they had negative feelings going on, but the guests, you could see that were enjoying it. They were enjoying it. Smiles, faces, smiles. Yeah, laughing, cheering, you know, they had a good time, which I'll invert some pictures as well. Apple was a great hit. You know, Gyro was, if I said his name right, sorry Gyro. I didn't get to come and see you guys because I was so busy with vlogging and childcare, so I really apologise about that, but hopefully I'll see you again at some point. But yeah, so, that being said, to be honest, if I was like, I have to say there was no hot air balloons, which I was told there was going to be, but you know, you can't have everything. But overall, if I was to rate the event, not being crap, 10 being amazing, I would say 8.5, because I almost lost my baby, and obviously food, but overall it was a fantastic day, and we were entertained, we loved it, yeah. He wants my phone. Yeah, it was a great performance that we did, a great performance by the others. Lovely singers, lovely children's singers as well, very talented. And just hope you win first prize. Come on, we need to. Oh my gosh. But a big thank you to Errol for talking to me earlier. Yeah, for legal reasons he will not be responding to gossips, which I completely understand from him. But yeah, I have asked him questions about stuff, and he's been honest with me, I guess. No, he has been, as far as I can see. As for the other party, I don't know. I've got no issues with them, no quarrel, like I said. I even said to Errol that if ever he has to do this again, I would gladly try to help him. At a cost, maybe. But yeah, he had good interests at heart. Did I say that right? He had people's good interests at heart, or whichever. He wanted to provide a fun day, and he managed to. And also big thank you to the artists and the bands that came and performed. And Jabanga Garcia, I'm sorry I didn't get to see you, but you did speak to my husband again. We'll see you in Leeds soon. Which brings me to the next part of this vlog. We will be having London Barrio Fiesta in Leeds. July 1. So there's, again, I'll let you know, there's people that might be there. We have competitions, dancing, singing, photography, you know. Or whatever talent you might have. Yeah, so I'll put it in a video how you can ask to be involved. Yeah, put some information for it. He really likes to annoy me. Yeah, I'm gonna put it later in for you where the information that you will need. But I hope to see you there if you can. Bangs Garcia will also be performing. Yay! Thank you, Valerie!
There's truly no more important investment long term than your health and the health of your family.
When you look at a company that's been in business for 75 years, it tells you that it's stable. And that tells me that I can rely on them, I can trust them.
Salad Master's customer service and customer focus is second to none. Every decision is made about the customer experience. Are we doing the right thing by the customer?
And we're going to continue to maximize the value at the dealership level, because without dealers, Salad Master isn't the special company and product that it is.
And the beauty of our product is our product protects the integrity of the food.
If I could leave people with one thought about Salad Master, whether you're in the business, whether you're a customer, they care.
Being part of Neolife team is so much fun. It's flexible, you can work from home. There's gift incentives, travel incentives, personal development, and fantastic training is provided. Even become a CEO of your own brands.
Being part of the team is so great because what you do, you change people's lives. And especially when people call this my medicine or my tablet has been reduced, that gives me the enthusiasm.
Say yes and join the team today. We develop true potential.
Bangs Garcia, iniimbitahan ko po kayong lahat na pumunta sa Leeds Barrio Fiesta ngayong 1st of July. Abangan po ninyo ako dyan live between 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. And again, ginaimbitahan ako tarang mga Bisaya. Again, sugod na day. Amelia, what are you doing there? Say, come to Leeds Barrio Fiesta.
Come to Leeds, come some Fiesta. Fiesta!
Anyway, see you soon. God bless.
And what else? Rock on Yorkshire, of course. With a little body, of course. Yeah. This Saturday, ironically, 17th of June. So my daughter is going to be in a beauty pageant for Miss Mahalika 2023. Yes. But yeah, she's going to be in the parade. She's going to be a contestant, and we are going to have our own little guests. I was going to forget what I was going to say then. But yeah, we're going to have guests, we're going to have the stalls, it's going to be fun, we're going to have a parade, and it's fun every time I go. A little bit stressful because we're organising, but it's just great.
Ang saya sa Kapamilya Caravan 2023 sa Yorkshire. Samahan niyo po kami this June 17 sa The Race.
I've been with her for going on 10 years now, 10, 11 years, excluding COVID. And yeah, it's just a great event to be with, and I love it. I get excited about it, and I hope to see you guys that Saturday, which is this Saturday. I'm losing it now because I'm getting tired. But yeah, I'll link it down below. So this Saturday in Ripon, Ripon Racecourse. Yeah, so I hope to see you then. And if you do see me, just give me a holler and I'll take a selfie with you, or you'll be in the vlog. But yeah, I'm also going to include the beauty pageant video thing on here. So yeah, I appreciate those that are logging in. I appreciate those who are start again. I appreciate those who have tuned in and watched this. And I appreciate anybody who's supporting both events. I'm gonna go now because my kids are going crazy, but yeah, if you liked this vlog or anything about it, if you like the event and the previous vlog, please do like it, give this one a thumbs up as well. As always, leave a comment down below if you have any questions at all. I'll try my best to answer them, or anything you want to say to me, input, anything like that is welcome. Only positiveness. I don't want any negative comments, thank you. I want positivity in the world. But yeah, and subscribe as always. Come on, let's get it to 500 subscribers because I'm working hard here. But yeah, good night, God bless.